Hello everybody, it's Vicki at the Eagle's Nest. Welcome to my channel. The last video I did this window envelope page that's going to be in the signature. And I didn't like it. And I didn't even realize that I had this background. So this is an envelope window pocket. You'd have to cover that, which you could slide something in there, but it was crooked. This didn't glue on straight, and I couldn't get it to where I liked it. So I made another one. So this is what I did to fix. I didn't want this so close to the where the seam is going to be for the signature being sewn in. So I made it longer. I extended it over so that it will hit like that. As a matter of fact, now that the glue is dry, let me ink that, and you can see so there. So sometimes you have to do things and then readjust it. And this one had a plain background, which normally I would put something in there, but I may or may not, I don't know. So this one, I will use that in something, but just not this. Okay, so I went ahead and got some papers that I wanted to use. Okay, this is the next page. This is going here. So I had 2 blank pages, so I could put what I wanted. I would probably stencil on these. So for this one, I thought I would use this. This was something I had printed out that I was going to use and didn't use, and this is actually, I think, on the inside cover of the book. So it's repeated, but oh well, it's okay. So I'm going to put that on here. So I'm going to remove this, set this over here, and hope I don't get it out of order. That's our biggest concern. So I'm just going to glue this on here. Hopefully it will all go well. Okay, I just thought about this being the fold. I did not fold this while it was wet. I don't know why it's creased, but it's not going to matter. It's going to be sewn in, so. But now I'm thinking about this going over. You know what? I think that'll be fine. We're going to go over the fold and then cover the other piece on that side. So I'm going to just mark this right here and cut it, ink it, and glue it on. Looks right. We'll save that for something else. Going to ink. I'm seeing a glare on here. I did finally hook up this halo light that I have, and it's causing a glare. I don't know what to do about it. So until I figure it out, I'll try to minimize the glare as best I can. Okay. This is actually the first time I've ever done a window envelope page that I had to decorate before I put it in the signature. So this is kind of like uncharted territory for me. Okay, that's the opening. Gotta be mindful of that. This is ink. I probably drug it through on the cover there. Let's see. Okay, this one, remember, we folded this over to make that stronger. And, oh, I didn't leave enough for that. So, I mean, it was either this way or that way. So I think I will put a piece of washi tape as I look around my desk and don't see any, I am going to run over here and grab one off my rack. Okie doke. I have a thing that I hang my washi on over there. None of them look like they're... I probably have a roll with beige tones, but I grabbed that one, so I'm just going to put that on there and hope for the best. Let's see. This is just a little reinforcement. Let me mark it here and here because I'm going to add glue. Okay. Because these aren't super sticky. Even though that's going to be glued over top of it, it could come up and then the whole thing comes up. See what I'm saying? So we're just going to run this over. Of course, now I have glue all over my fingers, but you know, let me get up here and put that on there just to reinforce that. Okay. And then that will go right on there. Let me put a little more ink. We hide what we can with ink. Okay. This is going on. Okay, hopefully I can get these envelopes covered in this video. And the next video, I will be sewing in the signatures. That's going to be fun. Okay. Put this on here. Looks good. I like to press my things on. I want to make sure it's on there. Okay. Now, for this side, oh, I got that in my way. This is going to be the back side. Okay, make sure you get your top and bottom. It'll be in like this. So this will be the top. I was going to put this in there. Or did I cut one off already? Oh, I come in here and do things to try to be ready. Or maybe I just thought about it. Putting this here on this side. Well, I don't see one, which doesn't mean there isn't one floating around here. So before I make my final cuts, okay, this let's leave for that maybe. Let's trim that off. Let's see how this is going to go. Plenty. Well, let me mark for up here and I'll get that cut, and that'll be that. That'll be one less thing to think about. Was that my mark? I think so. We'll save that. You never know. It'll be good for something. So this is going to be going here. That just doesn't look straight. There we go. It is now. So this, let me find the fold. I just don't like to fold with wet glue, but let's just work it down. A little massaging, and that's where it's going to be. So, top, top. Okay, this is going here. I wanted to roll some of that over. Okay, let's just cut this off. I think we're good. I'm going to ink it really quick because this part's going to be showing. This will be folded under if all goes well. Okay, and ink your envelope. I like to make sure I get it in far enough because you never know how your paper's going to land. You hope for a certain place, but don't always make it there. Okay, so this is going here. Like about there, that's fine. Perfect. Okay, I think I got it. I'm going to glue it on there right now. I like to look in to the sides to make sure I've covered well. Okay, this is going like this glue. If you put it on heavy enough, you can slide it around a bit to make sure. Okay. Oh, shoot. This is what I'm concerned about. I did not make the fold. And I did learn, if you pre-fold it before you glue it, it's so much easier to slide it in there. Hopefully that's not sticking. Come on. And I'm just going to run a little glue. And put it back in there. There we go. And that way you've reinforced that. Get your bone folder and just crease it down. There. Make sure we didn't glue it together. Okay. So now we have that. Oh, it's going this way. It's going this way. I hope. Okay, gotta retrain it to go this way. No wonder I was confused. Okay, that's there. Okay. I don't want to get that out of there as best I can. And then that will fold. Once it's in there, it's not going to be that big a deal. So we just need to do this side. And what did I have? I think I was just going to use a piece of coffee dyed paper. Okay, let me find, here I have this and this. Where did I set the paper? I think I'm going to use a piece of this. Okay, this will be put here. And you could put some stenciling, stickers, whatever on that. So we're going to go here and here. Nope, we're not. Remember, we're going here to make the little fold. Just cover that for a sec while I trim this off. Okay. And this piece here. Okay. Now this, we're going to ink after we erase any pencil marks. Is that a pencil mark or a crease? Either way, let me make sure. Okay, it's going here. It's going here. Boy, that looks, see how short it looks? That's why you ink well. I'm just hoping that these numbers are covered, but even if they're not, it's fine. Nothing to be upset about. Okay. Something I learned about the Tim Holtz Distress Ink and Oxide. The ink in this pad, it's all around. It does not bunch to the middle. When you put it on there, it's everywhere. So you dab it in the middle, but you need to do the sides and corners as well, because there is ink over there. Because you know, you'd think if you set it this way, it's going to drain down. Nope. Set it this way, it's going to drain to the top. Nope. It stays where it is. Just so you know, in case you didn't know that. Okay, now let's ink this. So when you spritz it with water, spritz all around. And when you re-ink it, you run it up and down, up and down, up and down, all the way to the edges. I've never re-inked one. I just bought 2 new ones, so. Only because they were on clearance. But I would have bought 1 anyway. Okay, so this is going here. And then we're gonna fold it in. I would fold it now, but you never know where it's going to land when you glue it, so. Okay, that looks pretty good. So let's bring in the glue pad, or the glue book, and proceed. I want to see how much I can get done in a 30-minute video. Try to do 30, but sometimes they go over. I'll just leave that folded. Put this on here. Is that going to be okay? Because it looks crooked right there. I don't care that it's crooked. I'm just concerned about when I fold it. Again, I did that. Well, you know how we just can't remember from one minute to the next. Okay. I mean, I could say, well, if I wasn't videoing, I probably wouldn't have done that. But I'd probably be lying. I probably would have done it anyway. I'm just going to fold it in there and see what happens. Let's see how this goes. It looks horrible, but at the same time, we'll fix it. Okay, we'll take this and we'll smush it out. Because while the glue's wet, you know, you can iron out wrinkles and things. Okay, so there. We have reinforcement, somewhat reinforcement. You know, we could have actually taken that washi tape and folded it over, but I think that would have been like ridiculous for me to try to do. Okay, so that one's done. Goes in here. It will be sewn in like that. There you go. One done. Let's look at this one. Okay, this one I got ready. So I can show you how I redid that one. Let's just take this, put this back together, move it to the side. Okay, I cut it to size this way. I did the, cut the pieces and folded it in. That you can see on the previous video. I marked a line so that I would know when I placed it on here that it would be straight, because that's what happened in the last one. It wasn't straight. So now I want to remember not to glue. I'm going to mark it. We'll see how that works. I don't want to glue kind of past there, okay? Because this is going to possibly be too long. Well, maybe not. Because what I did was, this was all creased, so I made it come down a little further here. Which, when I fold this under, I've got more than just that little tiny bit. So, going to ink it. Maybe I should have inked it off camera. That would have been kind of helpful, wouldn't it? But you know, we do what we do. We don't know why. We forget one thing 1 minute and then remember it the next. Okay. Now this. It's a little easier to ink since I glued that down, and it's a little firmer. Before I had trouble because it was so flimsy and thin. It's just the bottom. Well, I don't need to do that. That's going to be covered. So, let's see. And that's getting folded under. So, now we do the inside here. And I got to do the pink as well. I don't have to, but I'm going to, if I don't forget. I wonder if a little finger dauber would have been easier. I watch people using their little finger daubers. Let's see. And I seem to ink, seems like it goes better, but maybe not. Maybe for little spaces. Yes, I like that. Huh. Okay, it's really dark on that one corner. Let's make some really dark here and there. Okay, now my pink. Where to throw my dauber? There it is. There's my ink. Right close by. I don't think there's really any need to ink around there because you're not going to see it. Let's just put a little pink here, a little pink there, some on the inside, just to give it a little hint of pink. There. Do some hinting here. Some hinting here. Whoops. take this, tone that down. There we go. Okay, now I've got to remember. Okay, this side goes this way. Okay, I think I'm going to turn that over and glue this to put on there. Okay. Oh, left my glue open. Okay. Whoops. As it starts drying, it doesn't move as easily. I want to get up on the edges. Oh. Go across here, get the edge really well. Do there as best I can. Come down this edge. Okay, let's see what we did. Okay, going this way. Okay, we need to line this up here. At the same time, trying to manage our edges here. Well, that's the best it's going to be. It's just difficult when you got these little pieces. It's, you know, hard to hold. Now, I'm going to fold this in. Crease it. Take it back out. Well, you see I've got to trim a smidgen off of it, which is one reason for the dry fit. I will just use the scissors. That should be good. Don't need to remeasure. I'm pretty sure on that. Hit the glue. Cover the glue. And slide this in. There we go. Bone folder, press it in. Okay, oh boy. Now, while that's drying a little bit, I think on this one, let me work on another one. I had this one as well, but this one's not a window. What's all this? Well, this one's going way back there. Oh. Okay, we'll set that aside, leave it as it is. And this, I'm going to cover the whole thing on both sides. Not with the same paper, but okay. So I'm going to just kind of glue this shut. It doesn't need to be perfect, just so long as it's shut together. And we're going to measure this after we trim off this side. I just wish my printer did a full page print, but it does not. So, what was my other going to be? I don't know. Did I want this on this side? Or I'm going to do it on this side. So, I'm going to mark it. Well, we need pockets. And they're going to be, okay, you can either do side pockets or top pockets. For a top pocket, it's going to be sewn in. I think that might be too hard for my first one like this. I'm just going to do sides. Or you don't have to do pockets at all. You could just leave it as little pages, but being that it's an envelope, I'm going to go ahead with the pocket. So we need to hang over the edge. Just a little, doesn't matter on this one because there's no window to cross. So the least amount is probably the best. You don't have to, you know, it's harder to tuck it in when it's too long. We got to make it as easy as we can. Save that for something. Okay, so it's going to be like this. I just don't think I can trim that off. That's not going to fit in here. I hate trimming on my mat, but I'll trim easy. I'll just trim one side because I don't need to trim the other right now. Well, I actually could tear it, but I didn't tear anything else. Knife, oh, I put it away. I'm just gonna gently, so I don't make deep ruts in here. I mean, it's self-healing, but I have another mat that I normally would cut on to preserve this one. Oh, it's got that. So we want to come as close as we can, but you know what? It is what it is. So we have that there, so we need this like here. And let's just do this. See how it works out. And that. Let's see how that. So I'm going to line it up on my grids here. I don't know, can you see that? I have to scooch around here to see. I want to line it up on there, making sure this is straight. And this didn't really line up that well. But I'm just going to cut it pretty much. I'll cheat it a little bit that way. Okay. And this should go right down on here with my edges hanging over. Great. Maybe I'll use this one to do this. This is ground espresso, which you can see it's a little bit of a richer brown than the vintage photo. There's so many shades of brown. There's gathered twig. Okay, so here, well, we'll just leave that, I guess. Or I could put a piece of washi tape. Who's gonna notice? They might think it's something pertinent to the page. Or they may not notice it at all. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this with that. And this, I will use this. I don't think it's gonna matter that we use two different browns. The brown police will be on us. Oh, that's not the right shade of brown. Okay. This piece of paper, I think came from Anne DeVento's DigiKit. I think. And I have her name in one of the description boxes when I listed all of the kits I used. I think this was one of hers. Oh, wow, I didn't need to ink that. Silly, silly me. Okay. There were some spots showing white. Okay. Okie doke. Now let's do this. Oh boy. Okay, let me mark. Let's mark where we don't glue and see if we can remember. That's an example of where, and almost. I'll use this one. Okay, oop, already went down. Any kind of glue would be fine with this. I know when you watch a lot of these designers doing their videos, they use art glitter glue or Fabrifix. It's expensive, so I just use a glue stick. I don't really want to get into. You know, let's lay this way and put it down like this. Like this. Do the part you inked. Okay. There's no right or wrong. We're going to put it here. And let's put that up there. Let's see, how do we do? Not the best. Not the best. No. Let's do it again. Let me stand up. It's just hard to do that. I can't really see. There. Oh, well, guess what? We will probably be putting, well, we'll be decorating the page. You will purposefully cover stuff like that. And if you didn't want that, pattern paper would have been fine. But it can be covered when we decorate. Always remember that. Or you could stencil or stamp something there. This is rough because I'm folding the top of the envelope along with this. Okay, let's see. That must be it. It looks kind of even. Bone folder. Okay. Now this one, let's just do it like this. How does that sound? So then we know it's going to fit in there. Oops. Yes. Okay. Glue. Book. Fold it in. So if your paper is not long enough to do this, you can always washi tape after you do the page and get it glued on there. Put the washi tape as a decorative edge. That would be cute. That's something you could really do anyway. Okay, guys, you go over there. Okay. Now, while that's drying, let's go back to this. And what was I doing? I was going to put this on here. Which one? Front or back? What else was I doing? Do I have a clue? I also had printed this out, and this. These were from Hobby Helper, a digital kit I had from Hobby Helper. This is burlap. I'm sure you probably could have told that. I might put the burlap on here. It's kind of severe compared to this softness, but you know, that's how it's going to be. Or I could use this on here. I don't know. I might do something with a print on there. I'm going to do this here. And I'll put the owl on the other side. Okay. Trim. Let's see where we're at time-wise. Oh, 40 minutes. I may just finish this up off camera, and you can see it in the next video. I'll just show it. And that way you don't have to sit and watch me fumble through this. Okay, we need to have the edge. Remember your edge. And we need some on this side. So, really like right there is where we'll cut that. Well, let me just wrap this up. So this is what we do. We worked on that. We got that part done. Where's my other signature? And we finished up this one. So in the end, they're all going to be, all four sides will be done. So as not to keep you watching me do this, because they're all pretty much the same. I'll see you in the next video where we will be stitching in the signatures. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.